Hello, it is brisk, so I'm wearing my blanket coat, which I appreciate, looks like Arthur Dent's dressing gown, don't care, very warm, and my hat, which is very warm, turns out, which is lovely, because I've been wearing it a lot, and people have been saying nice things about it, which is very cool. I feel validated. And of course, I don't just say thank you. When people say I like your hat, I don't just say thank you. I say, thanks, it used to be a sample book of upholstery fabrics. Anyway, the weavings. Here we go. This one's been wet finished, so we'll talk about that one first. I need a table or something. Anyway, this has been wet finished. So the fringes have been twisted. There. The ends have mostly been trimmed. I just found one that I missed, but I can fix that in a minute. And because it's been wet finished, all of the yarn is doing its thing. So there's a little bit of texture there, and a little bit of texture from the warp, being like a little hatching pattern. And then some texture from the weft yarn as well. It's really nice. It's come out so soft, so soft. So I'll show you the length. There's that bit, and then look, there's this bit, and then following along behind, this bit. So that's come out really well. That's going off to a friend who is going to take it to the UK in November. She did say she loses scarves really easily, so if you live in the UK, keep an eye out after November. You might score yourself a scarf. So yes, I'll send that off once I've trimmed that little end that's been floating around. Now, in news that is unexpected to me and to probably everybody else, this is off the loom. Now, one of the reasons it was on the loom for so long is because I wasn't working on it, because it's such thin yarn, it was taking a long time. I was sort of not disinterested, but just kind of a bit disinterested. And the other reason is it's wildly long. So let me show you how long this thing is. So there we go. And you think, oh, there we go, there's some scarf. That's cool. There we go. Oh, wait, a little bit more happening here. Is that all of it? Oh, no. There's this bit too. I think it's about 2.5 metres long, bit longer maybe. I haven't measured it. And measuring is obviously not something that I do. So I really, really love how these colours are playing with each other. So we get this. Hang on, let me show you proper. There we go. So we've got some pooling, we've got some hatching, we've got some really cool interactions with the three colours there. So I'm thrilled with this. I think it looks great. I do need to wet finish it because it hasn't been wet finished. Came off the loom this morning. Needs to have its fringes dealt with, and then wet finished, and then it will be done. But I'm really pleased with it. It is just wildly longer than I expected it to be. I think I don't measure when I warp. Sometimes I do measure when I warp up. Generally I don't, which I probably should do. And I think because it's warping in a different part of the house. So when I have my big loom, I don't clamp that to the table. You're supposed to, but I don't. I put a pattern weight on it because the loom itself is quite heavy. Well, not that heavy, but it's heavy enough to keep itself in place. And with a pattern weight sort of in front of it to stop it from shifting forward, it's fine. It doesn't need clamping. So you can warp up because as you're warping up, you're pulling yarn through, and the action of pulling on that yarn can move your loom, and that can give you a warp problem. So different length loops. The little loom, because it's so lightweight, does need to be clamped. Like, I can't just weight that one, it will shift. So I clamp that to a chair because I don't have a table that I can do it on, and warp it up in a different part of the house. And obviously my ability to judge distance or length in that part of the house is a little bit broken. So I might start measuring, I might not. We'll see what happens. But, there's nothing wrong with a massively long scarf. You can wrap it, it's fine. So, current plans as they stand. I've got a market coming up on Sunday, so I've got to tag up anything that I haven't already tagged and priced and get them ready to go up for sale. Hopefully I'll sell something, that would be nice. There's not that many to do. It's just since I think the last market I did was September. I don't do a lot of markets because I usually work weekends when the markets are on. So everything that I had before last September is tagged and priced and ready to go. I've just got to do the new stuff or the newer stuff. My yarn order that I ordered last Monday, I think, is finally on its way to me. It sat in Brisbane for 2 days for no reason at all. It just sat in Brisbane. King's birthday public holiday, probably, because nobody or the working force was reduced. But they should have given me my own special courier just someone, some guy who could have flown down with just my yarn. I would have been okay with that. Anyway, it's on its way. I got notification this morning that it's coming down to Victoria, which is where I live. So it is on its way. I am very impatient for it. So in that order is the yarn to crochet the jacket with, and also some yarn that I've ordered to weave a scarf for a friend if she likes it. So once that yarn arrives, I can take that yarn to her and say, do you like this? And if she does, I will weave her a scarf. So I'm not warping up the looms with anything ambitious at the moment, because I want to keep it free so I can get that scarf woven as soon as possible. It's not a crisis. It's not an emergency. I just have it in my head that that is the next project. So I need to keep a loom free. But in the meantime, I have this, which looks like a tangle. It's not tangled. I swear it's not tangled. It's a little bit tangled, but it's got a tie in it, so it's okay. There we go. It's untangled. And for my next trick, this is recycled sari yarn. I've been looking at this in my local yarn store. I say local yarn store. It's a little sort of crafty shop. Anyway, I've been looking at this for about 5 years. And the other week, I just thought, just buy some. Just buy some. Why not? So I did, and I don't know how much of this there is. I mean, there's that much, obviously, but I don't know what the length is. And I will probably do a bit of vague measuring, but I'm not that invested in how much I have, because I can work with whatever I've got. Yeah, I can. just a little part of my brain just went, up yourself. Anyway, so this is going to be like a little sort of necklet, cow necklet-y. It's not going to be a scarf. It's going to be like a little technical term. So this is strips of sari fabric, and they join them together. I don't know what that noise was. We're just going to pretend I didn't make it. There we go. So they're sewn together. There's a join. I don't know how they do it. Presumably they sew panels and then cut them into strips. I don't know. I haven't asked, because I don't know who I would ask. So that is going to be amazing. I just bought this really because I love the colours, and I think it'll make a nice sort of decorative neck area zone piece. So that is going on the loom next, because it's going to be a quick project, and that will leave me a loom free to weave the scarf that's hopefully going to be woven next week, if my friend likes the yarn. And that is all I have for you this week, I think. Yeah, that's it. So do you like how I looked over there like I've got a running order? I don't script these things. You take care of yourself, have a lovely rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.